Interpersonal communication. Hey, welcome back. Oh man, again, I don't know where you've been, but welcome back. Today we're going to focus on the remains of Chapter 8. Chapter 8. Oh man, going by in a heartbeat, and that's by design. We got to get going. We got to get to the end of this ride. There's a lot of people waiting to get on, and the roller coaster's coming down. Here, here's the thing. We talked about Johari. We talked about Johari neat. You know, the equal quadrants. We talked about reading down and across to end up in things like the open quadrant, where you know things about yourself and other people know things about you. We talked about reading down and across and ending up in the hidden or secret quadrant. Those things that you're keeping from other people. You know them, but nobody else does. Tony knows it, but Tina doesn't. We've talked about it all. The blind quadrant or the bad breath quadrant. Okay. Oh man. So we showed you this. We showed you this neat Johari. And I said only 4 textbooks and for the lecture. And then we showed you the messy Johari. I juxtaposed 2 Johari windows, what they would normally look like at 2 different stages in a relationship. The first meeting, hi, my name is Tony. And that first meeting, that, when Tony's all nervous, meeting Tina for the first time. Anyway, I showed you the messy Johari, okay? The little tiny open quadrant at that first meeting. Most of Tony is hidden from Tina or secret to Tina. And over time, at great risk, he is going to disclose as the relationship builds until over on the right hand side, remember, you got that other Johari window, the soulmate version, where everything is open. And Tony has shrunk that hidden window, maybe even eliminated that hidden window. And this is something that you need to know. Johari postulates if you shrink that hidden or secret window, if you shrink that completely, let's say Tony has divulged everything to Tina about his beliefs, his feelings, his values, his experiences. That's all we have in Tony right now. We're going to further complicate him later, but he's divulged all of that. He's told her about it all. But she still is holding on to a couple of things in that blind quadrant, and she's just not going to tell him that he has got a goofy laugh. Okay? Or she's not going to tell him that. She's not going to tell him that he snores, So Johari postulates if that's the case, Tony has completely opened up to Tina and has nothing in the hidden quadrant. But Tina is still harboring some of those things in that blind quadrant and just not going to tell Tony. Johari postulates that Tina can know Tony better than Tony knows Tony. Listen again. It's possible that Tina knows Tony better than Tony knows himself if he has totally eliminated that hidden or secret quadrant, and she still knows some things about Tony that Tony doesn't even know. I know. Postulation. Well, oh yeah, hi. So now we got to move on. I told you that it takes time. Time has been on the whiteboard slides for, I know, forever, since we started chapter 8. Time. You don't do this at the party the first time you meet Tony. Tina doesn't go, everything, all my secrets, everything that happened to me when I was 6. She doesn't do that. She doesn't. Okay? Over time. And remember, at great risk. What are you risking? Well, come on, campers. Come on. You're risking rejection. You're risking the put downs, the middle school BS that we've talked about ad nauseum now for the semester. Okay? All the things in red. The cut downs, the put downs, the name calling. You're risking all of it. Okay? But remember Maslow. Remember Maslow, sorry. Okay? I love Maslow. Okay, that was hard for me to do. Ow. Okay? Hi. Remember Maslow. At the top, self-actualization, but only after we have connected to someone. Only after we feel loved and we love. The love and belonging stage of Maslow. Love and belonging. Okay, I'll stop that now. Hi. So Tony needs it. Like the starving guy needs a sandwich. So he is going to take the risk. He's going to take the risks. And he's going to open up to Tina over time. There is, and here's today's lesson. There is one exception that social scientists, psychiatrists, psychologists, the people that study human behavior, the anthropologists, all of the folk that are out there looking at the human race say that there's one exception to time and risk. There's one exception where people will open up to you and tell you their life story at that first meeting. What? Yeah. The social scientists that study human behavior call this the stranger on a plane syndrome. Stranger on a plane phenomenon is really what they call it. Syndrome. Okay? Stranger on a plane phenomenon, where you divulge your life secrets, your deepest, darkest. Okay? At the first meeting. So let's look at the stranger on the plane phenomenon. All right, here we go. Stranger on a plane takes two variables. For someone to divulge their deepest, darkest, or their innermost, to punch a hole in that brick wall and just go blah. For someone to divulge that, there's two variables that have to happen. Variable number one. You have to, both people, the person that's going to open up and the person that's going to be the recipient of that, you have to be a captive audience. You have to be a captive member here. To open up, I got to turn this off because it's buzzing and it's driving me cray. And I told her never to call me here. Okay? I got nothing. Listen, the first variable for stranger on a plane phenomenon is that you have to have a captive audience. They cannot get up. They cannot run away. They cannot hide. They're there. Okay? All right. Now listen. The reason they nicknamed this phenomenon stranger on a plane is, quite frankly, it happens on planes. Okay? It does. But it also happens in trains. It also happens on, elevators. It happens all over, but you have to have these two variables met. Variable number one, captive audience. The elevator stalls and you're sitting in there, and all of a sudden you're a captive audience, right? And there's two people in the elevator. Okay, captive audience. Listen, the other variable, you perceive that you will never see this person again. Okay, so captive audience, they cannot get up and run. They cannot change places. They can't leave the room. And you perceive you will never see them again. And click, click, it seems incredibly safe at this moment to delve into some really, really deep stuff. All right? It seems incredibly safe. So you do. When those two variables are met, captive audience, you're never going to see this person again. We have a tendency as human beings to just and those psychologists that are out there studying this understand why. It's free therapy. It's free advice. We don't have to pay. We don't have to pay, $200 an hour to go see a therapist. We can do this on the train, on the plane, on the bus ride to Utah. Bus ride to Utah. I don't know, but you understand, okay? Let's go with the airplane, because I know many of you have experienced this, and I know I have. I know it happens to me all the time. It does. You're on a flight to, I'll tell you the truth. I was on a flight to LA one time. You ever played this game? This is a good game. I'm sitting in like aisle 7, seat A, and aisle 7, seat B, right next to me, is open. You ever played this game where people are coming down the aisle, dragging their luggage and their kids, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, please God, no, oh, no. And they go past you, and you go, oh. And then like somebody else is coming, and it's like, and she goes past, and it's like, oh. Anyway, sorry, I'm in 7A. Guy sits down in 7B. Okay, and it happens to me all the time. I should just put my headphones on and plug in and put the movie on. But no, we get talking, and as soon as they know that I teach communication, or that I teach at the high school level, sometimes it's like deepest, darkest secrets. I had a woman one time go, "Oh my God, you're a high school teacher?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, help me with my daughter." And immediately I thought, here we go. And she told me some things that, like, oh my God, woman, you talk about too much information. This was over the top, full, too much information. It's like, stop talking to me. Your daughter would be devastated, first of all, but I know what she was going for. She wanted the free advice. Deepest, darkest secrets. Perceiving that she would never see me again, okay, and knowing, that I couldn't get up and change seats, this is the captain. The flight to LA is full. Please prepare your, seat backs and the tray tables in the upright position. I couldn't run, so I had to sit there and listen. Okay. Man, old woman. Okay, the guy that sat down next to me on that LA flight, for instance, had this little box in his hand. Okay, and I made a classic Joswiakian mistake. I should have put my headphones on, and I should have put the movie on. Okay, or I should have got out my book and read Tolstoy. That's a Paul Lund thing. Okay, hi, listen. Hi. Instead, I asked him, I said right to him, I said, what's in the box? In the next 3 hours, I knew about his high school girlfriend, who he loved dearly. I knew about his first marriage that failed miserably. I knew about his reconnection with the high school girlfriend who lived in LA. And I knew about him flying now to LA to see her for the first time in person after they had done the whole social media thing, you know? And I knew it was in the box. He was bringing her a gift. Yeah, he was reconnected with his girlfriend. But I knew details about why his marriage failed. It's like, oh my God, owie, that hurts. That hurts. Stranger on a plane. How many people have ever experienced this? Where somebody sits down and, well, captive audience, they're captive audience, and captive audience, and you feel like you'll never see this person again. Okay? It's really weird when someone tells you like their deepest, darkest, and then you're standing in line at the same hotel later and you recognize each other. It's like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh. Okay? Yeah, that happened once too. I avoided the pool area for the rest of the trip. Hi. All right, there we go. Johari neat for textbook reasons. Johari messy. And now, the one exception to time at risk. Time at risk. Where you open up to someone because they're a captive audience and you think you'll never see them again. Stranger on a plane. Yeah. All right. So there's that. I hope you're enjoying these. I really hope you're enjoying these. And I thought maybe to screw with the people that are watching at double speed that I would talk at double speed. So now it's quadruple speed because that's fun for me, or that I would really slow it down so that you had to listen at normal speed. Oh, I'm sorry. I just hope they're fun in some strange way. Stranger on a plane way. All right, campers and camperettes, that's all for today. My best wishes. I don't know if I've ever ended it that way. Humbly, Mike Joswiak. Now I got to find that button that shuts me off. Here we go.